Listen, what if myths were never meant to entertain you, but to warn you? In 2004, scientists discovered the remains of a tiny human-like species on an island in Indonesia. Locals didn't call them fossils. They called them forest spirits. Across history, people described creatures science still struggles to explain. Some were hunted, some were worshipped, some were never found again. Tonight, we explore 6 mythical creatures that might not be myths at all. Welcome to Legends and Lore. Number 6. The Golem. In medieval Prague, fear was not just superstition. It was survival. Jewish folklore spoke of a creature made not of flesh, but of clay, a silent guardian shaped by mysticism and desperation. They called it the Golem. According to 16th century legend, Rabbi Judah Loew created the Golem to protect his community from violent persecution. The creature was said to be massive, expressionless, and nearly indestructible. It did not speak. It did not feel. It obeyed. Until it didn't. Some versions claim the Golem became uncontrollable, growing more violent each day. Eventually, it had to be deactivated. But here's where myth meets history. In 1915, workers renovating Prague's Old New Synagogue reported discovering a hidden chamber filled with strange clay formations. No official record explained them. Was it construction debris or remnants of something ancient? Modern scientists believe the legend may stem from early attempts at understanding artificial life, a psychological echo of humanity's fear of creating something beyond control. Today, the Golem appears in countless films, books, and games, from Jewish literature to modern fantasy cinema. But its true horror is philosophical. What happens when humans try to play God? And what if we already have? Number 5. The Leprechaun. Not all horror looks terrifying at first. Sometimes it looks small. In Irish folklore, the leprechaun is often portrayed as a mischievous little man guarding pots of gold. But older accounts describe something far darker. In pre-Christian Ireland, these beings were linked to the Tuatha De Danann, a supernatural race believed to have once ruled the land before vanishing into the hills and underground caves. Locals didn't call them fantasy. They called them the hidden people. Stories from the 1700s tell of farmers hearing hammering sounds beneath the soil at night, as if someone was working underground. When caves were explored, strange miniature footprints were reported. In 1989, in Carlingford, Ireland, a man named P.J. O'Hare claimed he found small clothing, bones, and gold coins in a mountain area. The story made national news and turned the area into a tourist site. Scientists dismissed it as folklore marketing, but the legend persisted. Modern anthropology suggests leprechaun myths may be linked to memories of ancient dwarf-like populations or symbolic representations of isolation and territorial spirits. In films like Leprechaun, 1993, the creature was reimagined as a violent supernatural entity. Maybe Hollywood exaggerated, or maybe they just listened closely to the older stories. Number 4. The Goblin. Long before horror movies invented monsters in the dark, people already feared something watching them. Across Europe, from Germany to Slavic regions, goblins were blamed for missing children, spoiled crops, and sudden madness. They weren't described as magical creatures. They were described as biological threats. In 2003, scientists discovered the remains of a small human species in Indonesia known as Homo floresiensis. Standing barely 3 to 4 feet tall, with primitive features, the media nicknamed them hobbits. But folklore already had a name: Goblin. Some researchers believe ancient encounters with small hominids could have inspired goblin myths across continents. Medieval texts like the Malleus Maleficarum mention goblin-like entities haunting villages. In modern culture, goblins appear everywhere, from Harry Potter to Tolkien's Middle-earth, even in the great magical movie, Merlin. But the real terror isn't fiction. It's the possibility that humanity once shared the planet with other intelligent species. And maybe some memories survived in story form. Number 3. Fairies. They weren't always gentle. In Celtic mythology, fairies were not cute winged beings. They were feared. Parents warned children never to wander into forests at dusk, not because of wolves, but because of fair folk. Stories describe sudden disappearances, unexplained illnesses, and strange lights moving through the night. Victims would sometimes return, changed. In 1895, the famous Cottingley fairies photographs convinced many that supernatural beings existed. Though later admitted to be staged, they revealed something deeper. Humanity wants to believe. Anthropologists link fairy myths to prehistoric burial mounds and ancient rituals. Some believe fairy encounters were misinterpretations of rare neurological conditions, poisoning from plants, or interactions with unknown natural phenomena. Still, the idea persists, because something about the forest at night still feels watched. Number 2. The Gorgon Medusa. Importantly, before we continue, Medusa was the first video I did on my channel, so in order to support this channel, visit my profile, go to the video section, and scroll down to my very first video to watch and enjoy. So, before Medusa became a Hollywood symbol, she was terror. In ancient Greek mythology, the Gorgon was a being whose gaze turned people to stone. Many historians believe the myth originated from fossil discoveries. Ancient Greeks frequently uncovered large petrified remains without understanding geology. To them, stone bones meant someone had been frozen in time. In the Sahara, fossilized marine animals found far inland puzzled early civilizations. Some believe Medusa myths may also connect to snake symbolism, representing disease, death, and female divine power. Medusa appears in films like Clash of the Titans and Percy Jackson. But historically, she symbolized something deeper: fear of nature's unpredictability, and the danger of beauty mixed with power. Number 1. The werewolf. At the top of our descent into fear is something disturbingly human: the werewolf. Across Europe, from France to Germany, real historical trials were held for people accused of transforming into wolves. In the 1500s, Peter Stump, known as the Werewolf of Bedburg, was executed after confessing to multiple murders. Historians believe cases like this were influenced by rabies outbreaks, hallucinations, and psychological disorders such as clinical lycanthropy. Victims described feeling their bodies change, hearing voices, seeing themselves as beasts. Movies like The Wolfman and Van Helsing dramatized the legend, but the real horror is psychological. What if the monster was never supernatural, but hidden within the human mind? Because history shows, sometimes the most terrifying creature is us. So, after everything we've seen tonight, one question still remains: were these creatures ever real? Or are they fragments of humanity's oldest fears? Because across continents, across centuries, across completely different civilizations, people who never met still describe the same horrors, the same shadows, the same beasts, the same warnings. And that's what makes mythology terrifying. Not because it's fantasy, but because it feels remembered. Maybe some of these creatures were inspired by fossils, by extinct species, by diseases, by psychological fears, or simply by the darkness humans carry inside. But sometimes, history doesn't give clear answers. Sometimes it just leaves footprints, stories, whispers, and things we're not meant to understand. So the next time you hear a strange sound in the forest, or feel like something is watching you in the dark, remember, legends don't survive thousands of years for no reason. This is Legends and Lore, where myths are not just stories. They are echoes of something we once feared, or maybe still should. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, leave a like. It helps more people discover these forgotten legends. Subscribe and join this growing circle of explorers. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we uncover the shadows behind them. And tell me in the comments, which creature disturbed you the most tonight? Or which one do you secretly believe might be real? Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and stay out of the dark.